In Dragon Ball Super episode 110, when Jiren catches Goku's punch, he says, "This heat, that is your limit," showing that Jiren probably knows and is very familiar with what this new form is and the mastery of self-movement. In fact, I believe that Jiren has Ultra Instinct himself, as we saw a hit come in and blindside Jiren, but he automatically caught the punch, showing to me that Jiren has mastered Ultra Instinct himself. Today on Mastar Media, what we are going to discuss is Jiren not being at full power yet. When we first saw Jiren unleash his ki, it was just waves of energy, but it didn't really seem like a classic Dragon Ball power-up. There was no auras, there was no screaming. It did have a large amount of winds that blew Goku back, but to me that did not seem like Jiren was going full power. It just seemed like he was unleashing some of his ki. There was even moments in this episode when Whis said that Jiren is barely trying, he's not at full power yet. The other gods even said they sense a far higher power from him. I think it's pretty clear here that Jiren is not at full power, and when he does finally unleash that full power, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Even in Goku's new form, he still really was no match for Jiren. Even when he landed a very strong blow onto Jiren's stomach, it still really didn't do any damage. He even blasted Jiren away at point blank range with a huge energy blast that was so strong it pushed Goku all the way to the pillar, yet he still did not have any scratches on him. Jiren has some secrets, and I'm pretty sure that those secrets involve already being Ultra Instinct form, and I think the reason that he conserves his stamina and he's always meditating as his training is because he is maintaining that Ultra Instinct form. I really believe that that meditation is the key, and that in order for Goku to master his Ultra Instinct form, meditation may also be the key for him. We also see that Jiren uses his eyes as a source of power constantly. I believe this is another one of Jiren's secrets. Something is going on there. When we see Goku attacking Jiren, Jiren is just standing still, deflecting all of Goku's attacks, even though Goku is in his Ultra Instinct form. We don't see Jiren growling or yelling or anything, which may not really be his style in the first place, but it doesn't show any kind of struggle coming from Jiren, even though Goku just reached this new level of power, which has blown everybody else away, and nobody can believe it. However, Jiren remains calm and just proceeds to block all of Goku's attacks, even in his new form. Goku was able to land a couple blows, but he did no damage to Jiren. I think what's going to happen here is Jiren is going to unleash his full power later on in the Tournament of Power, and I think at that point Goku will have to become the full transformation of this new Ultra Instinct form. I said in my video yesterday that there is a possibility that Goku right now in this form that we see is not the full transformation, and this is almost like a false Super Saiyan. This is a midway transformation, because I believe that his eyes being silver but his hair not being silver is pretty much just showing us that he's only like half transformed, and at some point Goku is going to have to, fully transform into this, and he's going to be fighting Jiren at Jiren's full power. So I think this is really just the first time they're going to clash, and the next time they clash is going to be like way more even destructive than what we saw so far. I just didn't get the impression that Goku can beat Jiren in this form. Even if he does get a hang of it and master it, it didn't seem like Goku really had the upper hand, maybe tied or maybe just coming close to Jiren's power. And on top of that, it didn't even really seem like Jiren was trying. So I think the only way that Goku can beat Jiren is if this is a midway transformation, and then he has to basically get the full transformation later on in this tournament. Maybe that's what, spoiler warning, episode 114 is called Rise of the New Super Warrior. That may be Goku in the final form of this transformation. And I think that that is really the only way that Goku can beat Jiren, because right now, even in this form that we saw, as glorious as it wasn't really strong enough to beat Jiren. I think we're going to learn some more things about Ultra Instincts later on in the Tournament of Power. Jiren may reveal some secrets. He was just too familiar with the heat that even Whis didn't know what it was. It seems like Jiren is the only one who is familiar with Goku's new form, and even as Goku flew at Jiren with a kick, and it basically was the speed of light, or technically much faster, Jiren dodged it calmly, like he knew what this was, he knew what is coming, And that speed that Goku has gained was really like nothing special to him. Everybody was surprised, but Jiren was not surprised. Jiren knows what's going on with Goku. He caught Goku's punch and he said, "This heat, that is your limit," showing me that Jiren knows that the heat coming from Goku is actually a flaw. And I think that is why Jiren meditates, because he knows about the heat. Maybe the meditation has something to do with this form, this power that Goku has gained. And Jiren uses his source of meditation to maybe keep the heat within himself or not release the heat. Whatever the problem with the heat is, Jiren doesn't have that issue. And I think that is thanks to his meditation. That is why he trains that way. But we've also seen, lots of characters train with meditation. Piccolo does it all the time. So I could be wrong about that, but I have a theory that we're going to learn a little bit about that later in the road in this tournament with Jiren vs. Goku round 2. Another reason that I think Jiren has Ultra Instinct is that if you look at the way he attacks and how he fights Goku, it is incredibly, incredibly similar. The way that they both throw punches, the way that they block is almost identical. And I have a feeling that possibly Goku knew this before he even transformed. He may have known that the only way that he could beat Jiren was to basically match his technique, which is Ultra Instinct or Mastery of Self Movement. However, when Vegeta asked Goku what was that, Goku said, "I'm not even sure." So Goku has pretty much obtained something more than just Mastery of Self Movement. I mean, the form itself shouldn't really change him, and so I think Goku has basically broken into a new Super Saiyan level as well as achieved Ultra Instinct. When Goku achieved Super Saiyan Blue, which is perfect ki control, it transformed him, so possibly him achieving Ultra Instinct transformed him into something else that would kind of make sense. However, Jiren didn't transform when he got Ultra Instinct, at least we don't think he did. So why would it transform Goku only and specifically? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but long story short, there is a lot of unanswered questions, and it seems like Goku and Jiren are ascending past the level of even the gods. I feel like if Goku is able to beat Jiren, or if he's able to master Ultra Instinct, if he's able to ascend to the full transformation, if there is one of this form, I feel like Goku will be stronger than Beerus. Whis even acknowledges that Jiren is stronger than the gods, and so if Goku is able to beat Jiren, that means pretty much he's stronger than even Gods of Destruction. However, at this point, it's pretty clear that Jiren is still leagues ahead of Goku. Regardless if Goku got the new form and the fight was exciting or not, Goku never gained the upper hand on Jiren, even landing blows and not doing anything to him, as well as Jiren not flinching or taking any damage, or even really trying that much for that matter. I mean, look at this scene where he's flinging so many punches and his mouth is calm and stands still. However, something interesting about that is Goku also is calm for the most part until he starts roaring here, but he only roars after he starts losing his form. So I feel like this Ultra Instinct form, there is something that Goku and Jiren share, is that they remain super calm while fighting in Ultra Instinct. And it's only really when Goku starts losing Ultra Instinct that he starts screaming and opening his mouth and making all these faces. Now, why would Ultra Instinct keep you that calm? Does it have something to do with it? So I think we will get a further explanation as we dive deeper into the Tournament of Power and we dive deeper into Ultra Instinct. There may be some secrets behind it as we learn that Jiren basically has it too. I'm almost certain of this, that Jiren has it too, and that's how he's able to fight Goku, and that's how he's so familiar with Goku's attacks, with the heat, with everything. And the reason that Jiren is so strong is because he also has Ultra Instinct. Jiren, I believe, will quickly become a fan favorite character because he's not evil, he's incredibly strong, and people respect strength. That's part of the reason that people love Beerus so much. I think there is a very good possibility that later in the series, Jiren will become a good guy and he may even teach and train Goku how to master Ultra Instinct. He may teach him the whole meditation thing and why you need to do it in order to maintain that form permanently, I guess. I really like the character of Jiren, and I hope he stays around in this show. I hope he gets to train Goku maybe later on in the show. That would be so sick and so awesome. Hit has become a fan favorite character, and now I see Jiren is going to become a fan favorite character. And coming up this weekend, we're going to see the two of them fight, Hit versus Jiren. And in that fight, we actually do get to see Hit putting on some really good attacks. He is actually doing some damage to Jiren, and tomorrow I'll be breaking down that episode preview of next episode because there's a lot to talk about there. So thank you guys so much for stopping by Mastar Media today. Leave your comments below if you agree that Jiren is in Ultra Instinct form himself and he's not yet at full power. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the Dragon Ball Super episode 111 preview video breakdown. Have a good one, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.